The evolution of logistics, just like the evolution of humankind, has gone through trials and tribulations, as it has evolved through time. Since the dawn of civilization, mankind was needed to transport the goods from one location to another. The modes of our transportation have developed alongside the expansion of our human understanding and culture. Before every other form of transportation, human traveled on foot. As we evolved, we got better and better at getting things, like we learned to use animals for transportation. Then wheel was invented, and at first, wheels were made of solid pieces of wood, lashed together to form a circle. By 3500 BC, we began using wheeled carts. Initially, a canoe-like structure was used for water transportation, which was built by burning logs and digging out the burn wood. About 3100 BC, the sailing boat was invented. They were made of bundles of papyrus reeds tied together. However, the sail could only be used when sailing in one direction. When traveling against the wind, the boat had to be rowed. Better use of equipment and resources, we could get more items to more locations, with less efforts. The Watt steam engine changed everything. By 1672, the first steam-powered car was built, and during the 19th century, we ran steamboats and steam-powered rail locomotives. By 1903, motor-driven airplanes were flown, and by 1911, diesel engine-driven ships were launched. By 1935, DC-3 transport aircrafts were built. With the emergence of different sea routes through ships, traders traveled far across the world to sell and buy products with the use of money, in terms of silver and gold coins. To streamline, smoothen and justify the process of trade between the countries of different economic standing, international economic organizations were formed which worked towards the support and growth of international trade. Then International Chamber of Commerce was founded in year 1919. To facilitate the commerce around the world, International Chamber of Commerce publishes a set of Incoterms in 1936. They featured 6 trade terms relating to carriage by sea. The birth of supply chain management came in year 1939, during the World War II. Supply chain management is the broad range of activities required to plan, control and execute a product's flow, from materials to production to distribution, in the most economical way possible. Logistics was developed during the World War II, as there was an increased need for mobilization of military and goods across Europe. By 1974, the increased use of air transportation gave creation for another version of the trade terms. At inception, logistics and freight forwarding have been a tedious business task, as companies have been dealing with loads of papers used in various documentation. It was the main reason of late delivery because too much time was spent on paperwork. Advancement in technology, with the computer playing a dominant role, brought about the ease of process. Loads of paper files were replaced with computer hard drives. A further advancement came with the rise of broadband internet connectivity. Now business had a wider reach. For every entity, there were different software, so there were no transparency. While various methods of transportation continued to evolve and get better and more robust to meet the demands of today's world, still logistics seekers face too much problems. Because the shipper, consignee, freight forwarder, transporter, custom broker, custom officials, custodian, carrier, and so on, work as separate entities. A logistics seeker has to go to all these stakeholders separately for their services. LogYcode is at the forefront of logistics with help of technology, and it has integrated all these stakeholders. For every entity, there is only one software, that is LogYcode. Rather than spending hours on the phone, tracking down carriers, customers can engage them through the LogYcode in a fraction of the time. LogYcode has thus provided cost-effectiveness, reduced turnaround time, increased efficiency in work, paperless transactions, work from anywhere. For more information, visit our website, LogYcode.com. Download the LogYcode app on Google Play Store and App Store.